Peace to the family coming in over here on YouTube. This is my first time ever going live on Facebook at the same time. So I'm trying to figure this out, how to work this one over here on this side. But I want to really go in today. I want to really go in hard body today on the conversations that's being had with this D1 and the hypocrisy that's going on with the young brother D1. I want to build today and show the hypocrisy. Hold on for a second. Hold on. Action needed. The current frame is too low. Please set up your frame rate system. Or viewers may experience low quality stream. I don't know how to do that. Hold on one second, y'all. I'm live because I'm live on Facebook too. I don't know how to do that. Nah. All right, well, I just wanted to get in low quality for a minute because I don't know how to set that up. All right, yeah. What's good? Garvey Vibes? So today, what I'm going to do is I'm going to illustrate and show the hypocrisy of the community and the difference between black people that's actually want change and black people that want to do right and real nigga culture. And y'all know for years, I've had my series. Y'all know I've had my series, Death to the Real Nigga. When I wasn't talking about killing nobody, I was talking about killing that nigga consciousness in your mindset. I was talking about killing that real nigga vibe. So a lot of people, hold on 1 second, y'all. This keep popping up. Let me see how I'm supposed to do this because it don't. Well, how I do it? Wait a minute, y'all. It's not no setup as to how to do it. I'm still learning how to okay, wait a minute. Too low. Hold on one second. FP. So how do I make it bigger? I'm learning how to what's going on, Shad? How to make these manage. Fix the stream over here on Facebook. I never went live before on Facebook, so I'm over here on both sides. So, but let me get back to the YouTube section. What I want to do is, because D1 has been talking this stuff for some time now, and you know, it's a lot of hypocrisy now. People said that D1 was clout chasing, and I'm wasting a little time because I want more people to come up in the room. People said that D1 was clout chasing, right? So what I want to do is I'm going to share my screen, and I'm going to do two things. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to show you guys a definition of clout chasing, right? And when I show, I don't even know if there's people in the room. There we go. Yeah. When I show the definition, it keeps saying that, but there's no what's the name to show me how to put it over there. It just say learn more. BPS frames. How to move it over though. 1 second, y'all. I'm experiencing a little technical difficulty over here. But it's not telling me how to do it. Yeah, I guess I have to figure that out on the next stream. So what I want to do is I'm gonna share my screen real quick. Let me pull this up, make this bigger. real fast. And we're gonna go over the definition of now. This here is the definition of clout chasing, right? Clout chasing simply refers to the practice of individuals or brands seeking validation, right? Recognition or influence by associating themselves with popular trends, events, or influential figures. Now I'm gonna go over that again before I play a song. I'm gonna play a song by D1 and then I'm gonna get off into the stream. But I'm gonna go over this again, right? Clout chasing simply refers to the validation, simply refers to the practice of individuals, right? The practice of individuals or brands seeking validation. Individuals or brands seeking validation. So last time I checked, we looked at Jim Jones and he was like the face of so-called blood culture in New York City, right? He was an individual seeking validation for audience for record sales by promoting gang culture, right? Recognition or influence by associating themselves with popular trends. Popular trends in the community is drug dealing, crime, destruction, dysfunction, gang violence, right? Events, wow. Okay. And individual figures. When you get to Rick Ross, you get the same thing, right? You get the same thing. Now, I'm hearing a lot of people get off and say that, I'm hearing a lot of people say, it's not about what he said, it's how he said it, right? And I'm seeing people like my son, other YouTubers really coming at this young man, right? And for years, we made live streams criticizing the music, the lyrics in the music, criticizing the culture outside in the Black community. We criticized a lot of things, right? So let's share the screen one more time. Share the screen again. Let me click on here. What I'm gonna do is we're gonna pause and we're gonna listen to one of his songs, right? And then I'm gonna come back. And I'm gonna do my stream. But I wanna do this first, right? I want to do this first for a reason.
Yeah. So picture I had this dream, right? That I walked into this office building.
Now, mind you, I want y'all to remember, this is 13 years ago. 13 years ago. So when people say clout chasing, right? And I'm gonna really go on and I'm gonna check a couple people today. But here we go.
And a receptionist came downstairs and said, D1, your party is ready upstairs. So I hop off the elevator and I see Jay-Z, 50 Cent, and Lil Wayne sitting at a round table. I hope they hear me. Look, what up, Jay? What up, Fifth? What up, Weezy? I'm D. I appreciate y'all for having this conversation with me. I know that I'm the brokest person in the room, yo. But money don't matter here because I'm rich with ideas. Oh, first off, I grew up listening to all of y'all. From the Block is How to Get Rich to Blueprint, I bought it all. I paid 20 for the Block is How That Peaches Wayne. And hope I bought volume 2 because I love money ain't a thing. Fifth, you had it locked in high school. You the reason I stopped buying Ja Rule. But I graduated from that train of thought. So that's why I'm here today. Not to fuss, but to talk. Here we go, love. 50. You a marketing genius and you stupid rich. Let's come up with a scheme and get a game of super fix. I seen you slaughter the careers of other men, but they were all brother men. So that's just another win for the other team. Entertainment is what it seems, but black on black hatred is the underlying theme. Paid, powerful, and popular, you got it all. Use that to fight the real enemy. me and make them fall. Other rappers might not understand, but so what? The game probably got them bending over doing a toe touch. It's raping them. So fifth, I know you got a heart, homie, I don't doubt you. But trust the movement, gon' move on with or without you. Weezy, Lil Weezy, flow off the easy, but we don't feel your presence down in that Big Easy. Shouting out New Orleans at the Grammys, that's cool. But how about donating some cash money to help the school? Wealth is cool, but not if you a selfish dude. Get at it, big. Nah, let's help this dude. Every statement that I yell is true, so take heed to it. Weezy, this ain't coming from no jealous dude. I know you're smart, son, you went to McMain. Now everything you say and do got kids trying to be Wayne. Friend or foe, it all depends on how you manage your talents. So what you gonna do? Step up or step down from the challenge. Ho, young Hove, Jigga, H to the Izzo. It's truly an honor for me to meet you, my nizzo. It's impossible to belittle your impact on the game. You got the hottest chick in the world wearing your wedding ring. That's right. You know most of these little rappers is wet. They spitting poison. They hurting the culture. They holding us back. But I'm trying to see how you feel. Cause when you speak, people listen. Do you agree with me, disagree, or you feeling different? With all that truth and soul, now you can't afford to be lyrically, Talib Kweli. But truthfully, you ain't got a rhyme like common sense. Just be down for the cause and don't ride the fence, you heard? Hey man, hold up. But while I got y'all here right fast, let me look through my notebook to see I was writing a rap about this same topic. I just ain't know y'all was gonna show up to the meeting today, you know. I know y'all busy. Hold up. But you know, let me just, cause I'm still unsigned, so let me at least rap this for y'all. Hey, but my stuff on iTunes though. Right.
You want? Was that raw that ensued in there?
You what? Did you join the Illuminati?
Did you get signed? Remember Young Money?
Picture this, we got the blind leading the blind man. How stupid can we get? I just couldn't let it slide this time. Besides, my people need this, and I ain't on a major label, so they can't delete this. Let's go in. Now every rapper need to lose their deals and earn them back. Most of them then let the industry take them and turn them whack. I be spitting from the soul, so they feel you, boy. I want your ear and your heart like Amelia, boy. Stop snitching. That's the dumbest thing I ever heard. That's why nobody spoke up when my dog got murdered. Everybody trying to stay true to the rules. Forget the rules if the rules was devised by fools. Most rappers is puppets that can't be avoided. Being used for their stupidity, then getting exploited by a man with a different color skin. But homie, we grown men, so that's why I blame us and them. Me and you with David. The industry's Goliath. I'm here to fight it. And all that trash, I don't buy it. When I was lost, I used to look up to these cats. Now I pray for these cats. How you love that? A young, dumb, desperate, money-hungry rapper. Yeah. First a label sees him, then they go in for the capture. Precisely what they're after. Another pawn. Talking about the people you killed. Pop, 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 pop. Hold on. They also like it when you talk about your drugs. How much you sell them for? 18.5? Oh, that's what's up. I'm trying not to point, but I hope you get the point. These cats ain't running the game right. I'ma get the point. Fight him, battle him. The media stay instigating. To us it's real beef, to them it's instant ratings. Then when somebody gets shot, it's such a problem. That same media is not saying we should stop the violence. Ancestors of ours are screaming from the grave, cause physically we free, but we still some mental slaves. Ancestors of ours are screaming from the grave, cause physically we free, but we still some mental slaves.
Now, hold on, let me fix my screen real quick. Now, this video is important because this is 13 years ago. People say that he clout chasing for clicks and views. So again, I just read before I played this video. I showed the definition of clout chasing. People that's been watching me for years know that I've been talking about this for years. The brother got a school. I've been coming on here talking about the black family. Respect the black woman. Respect the black man. I told you guys that when I came on here. I never came on here and talked about my exploits from the past because there's a lot of other families that's affected by the life that I lived back then. So why would I talk about things I did 25 years ago to relive or bring up things of the past and rehash pain for other people, right? But this stuff is glorified for clout and for money all the time. Let me ask y'all a question that's coming in now. If Rick Ross didn't rap the way that Rick Ross rapped, would people revere him or click on to him? No. So he's clout chasing too. He's also clout chasing. We all clout chase for some form of attention depending on what we're using it for, right? But they want to talk down on a brother, but he has a long history of talking the talk he's been doing. A long history. Now, it's Sunday. It's a slow day. It's 2:46 East Coast time. I have over 11,000 subs. People see that I'm live. People see the title and what I'm talking about. But I'm gonna tell y'all something out there. One thing that I learned coming off the streets and really coming out here to try to do the right thing for people. People say that they want change, but I'm here to tell you that when we're hold on for a second. One second. Nope. When we're out here in the streets, we're trying to create programs, we're trying to do certain things. Very few people really show up. Can't pause. Very few people show up and really participate and say that they're down. People say that they want change, but when it's time to actually do the real work and actually change, people are not ready for that. People don't want to be married. People don't want to have to do the work that it takes to be married, the work that it takes to change and want to be different. People don't want to do that. So when you hear a young brother like this speak out, people reject it. Now I've seen big YouTubers that all they talk about is revolutionary stuff and being revolutionary and eat right and fix the community. But I seen them going against this young brother. How? What is he saying that we haven't been saying? Right? So to prove my point, let me move over here real quick. Let me move over to my son. Now let's listen to what my son said. And as an OG, I'm gonna break this down and show you why I have a problem with what my son say and why I've been saying that I've had 4 channels in the past that all got demonetized over the years because telling the truth to black people is illegal. I keep telling y'all that black dysfunction is profitable for everybody but black people. And you're going to have black people that's going to act like they with you, but when it's time to stand up for your own people, they're going to tiptoe through the tulips, hide behind corners, but they're not going to be with you. They're not going to be with you. They're going to be lukewarm. They're not going to stand with you when it's time to stand up. Watch this, right? Watch this.
Has to be a change in the ship. Coincide pretty much what D1 is talking about. You know, so I'm 100% on time with what he's saying. What he's saying is, yes, there has to be a change in the shift in the music that we listen to. There has to be a different frequency that we talk on when we're talking, because these kids are listening and the culture grabs on to whatever it is that we say. So there has to be a shift. You know, where I will give a little pushback for D is the way the message is delivered. When we look at social media and we look at media in general, it sensationalizes it, right? And what it does is it takes away the core message that you actually want to deliver, and it makes it into more of a me against you thing, right? So you have to be very careful, especially if that's not what you're doing, because I know D1, that's not what he wants to do. He doesn't want a me versus you.
Now let me pause it for a minute. See, this is where you guys out there got to learn how to listen to words and pay attention, because you're being manipulated. This guy right here, since he came home from jail, he's been leading a parade of black change in the black community, coming from the Bronx, hardcore, going back and forth with Hassan Campbell, right? Rap music today is vulgar. It's in your face. It's shoot your mom, kill your kids, rape your girl, shoot everybody, and my AK, make sure my AK spray. This is what they say. But then he got the audacity to tell D1 it's not what he said, but it's how he said it. So all of a sudden, he got to watch how he disseminates a message to these sensitive rappers where they make music about selling dope and shooting niggas at the light all the time. But y'all sit there and hear him say it and let him get away with it. I heard him when he said it. Let's play it again.
In general, it sensationalizes it, right? What he's saying is, yes, there has to be a change in the shift in the music that we listen to. There has to be.
Watch this. Carl, listen to what he's saying. Bishop, Eugene, where my youngin' at? My youngin' Shy. Listen, he's going to sit right in front of the world, post this out here and tell us that D1 has to be careful how he gives the message. Where we cool. See, for years I grew up listening to rap, gangster rap. And I remember Coogee rap. If there's a record for killing the most niggas and then I'm breaking it, that was the shit. We loved NWA. We loved Wu-Tang Clan and all the stuff that Onyx, throw your guns in the air and buck like you just don't care. We love that. But now if you criticize them, bro, you can't be criticizing people that way. But Spice One was one of my favorite rappers, even though they had a message at the end of the shit. At the end of the message, it still was, as a young nigga, he was telling a story, right? So now when you get to today's rappers, because see, remember, let me make sure back in the day, in the gangster rap for the most part, Spice One, those rappers, they told you what will happen to you at the end of the song. What can happen to you when you indulge in this kind of street shit. But now when you're dealing with the King Vaughns and our children's generation, no. So if he's talking to these old dudes still making this song, he gotta watch what he say. Listen to what he about to say, y'all. And y'all let him get away with it though. Not people that's watching me right now, but all out there on YouTube. It's cool for him to say this. But it's not. But if D1 said, D1, we know you right. We know you right, D1. But it's just the way you say it, player. Why?
Be a different frequency that we talk on when we talking, because these kids are listening and the culture grabs on to whatever it is that we say. So there has to be a shift. What I will give a little pushback for D is the way the message is delivered. When we look at social media and we look at media in general, it sensationalizes it. Right, and what it does is it takes away the core.
So before he even really get into the crux of his conversation, he's already started off on the wrong foot, because he's saying that it's the way that the message is delivered. Well, we celebrate a deaf culture in our communities of real niggas and bad bitches, where at one time it used to be the culture influenced the music before social media. We didn't have cell phones. We didn't have computers and stuff like that where you could talk to people from all over the world. What influenced you was the community that you lived in. You was influenced by your community. Now you're influenced by everything outside of your community because you have so many other vibrations to be downloaded into. So now when your father or your mom send you to your room, you got computers, cell phones, you got everything influencing your mind. You could be in your living room in Philly and see what's going on in Colorado. You could be seeing the culture that's going on in Miami. And now you can copy it. So now when we was growing up, the world was a closed fist. Now it was an open hand when you could touch every finger you could be sitting right here in the middle of your hand, in the palm of your hand, but you could touch every goddamn finger now. You can touch every culture of every fingernail because of social media. So now, and in that, you don't have to be authentic. You could be the butcher, the baker, the candlestick maker. You could be Rick Ross, the fake Rick Ross, prison guard Rick Ross, and say you a drug dealer and gain a following because the world is an open hand now. You could be everywhere. You could be omnipresent. Now, this is what they've done. So now the music is now influencing the culture, where the culture at one time influenced the music. So everything that you saw that went on in music back then was already in the culture. Now the lines is blurred because you don't have to be authentic. You don't have to be real. You could do live streams today like this. Never show your face and get thousands of followers and have people donating thousands of dollars. You could be like this. People donate money to you, give you a following, and never know nothing about you. And you could be a big YouTuber. But when you come on here and you stand on principle, you stand with God, you stand on principle, the people that claim that they want it the most will walk away from you. Because they say that they want it in their spirit, but they're not ready to walk away from that which is destroying them. They're not ready yet. They're not ready yet. That's the world we live in. So don't tell me that it's not the music. It's a cultural shift since YouTube and social media has entered the fray. Because the new crack in the community is these computers. It's the new crack, the new attention. Attention is the crack. I'm trying to tell you. I'm warning y'all. Let's listen to a little bit more, and then I'm gonna prove my point some more.
Or message that you actually want to deliver, and it makes it into more of a me against you thing, right? So you have to be very careful, especially if that's not what you're doing, because I know D1, that's not what he wants to do. He doesn't want a me versus you, because he constantly says, I love you brothers and I respect you brothers and I think you dope artists, but right, everything after but becomes the issue. Right, because what happens is the media and the social media are gonna say, "Oh, he's saying that y'all doing devil's music and y'all doing this work and this and that," and I don't think that's what he's saying. But I think that the delivery of the message has to take into account the platform, right? It has to take into account the culture that we're in. It has to take into account the individuals that you're delivering the message, right? So when you sit there and you think about Rick Ross, you think about Jim Jones, and you think about Meek Mill, these is all the way street individuals, dudes that came pretty much from nothing. You know, they figured it out, especially Jim and.
Whoa, let me unpack that again too. So if these are all guys that's at least 40 and over, that means that they've had life experiences. They came through the rigors and survived it. I'm over 45, close to 50, right? I've lived just as long or longer than them. How come I can be over here talking this way, and I come from the street for real? I don't have a record deal. I'm not traveling the world. I seen all that stuff too. How come he has to be lukewarm with the message when he's talking to seasoned grown men? Why? See, this is the problem. Because I've seen my sign go hard on the white man. I've seen my sign go hard on the police. But why, when it comes to our people, when we kill each other every day, the communities we come from, to call out these rappers because they're his friends, you got to tiptoe through the tulips and be so delicate. Why? Why? Where's the accountability? Where's the accountability? This is the stuff that goes on in our communities, and this is why I said in this marketplace, Black people will always be at the bottom because Black people are too lukewarm. Conversations like this should be had all over social media. Make sure y'all guys hit that like button so our people, because they trying their best not to let this information get out. Certain channels like mine and other channels out here that's actually toting the line, that's talking about Black marriage, talking about Black children, talking about Black stuff. They don't want this to get out there. So in order for it to grow, y'all got to support it. We got to support our own change. People that's not willing to be lukewarm. People that's not willing to tiptoe through the tulips. There's a reason why it's only 25 people in here. Because the algorithm know what I talk about all the time. The algorithm, see, I tried going to segue off for a second, doing a little bit of celebrity gossip. You know why I did that? Because I know that's where the attention of the people at. Because sitting here talking like this wasn't getting the people. So I had to go out. I had to do what Christ did. I had to go out and walk with the backslider. I had to go out and walk with the thief. I had to go out and walk with the hoe. I got to go out and walk with the killer in order to bring them back into the house. Because I figured out that me giving you what you say you want, that ain't going to work. Because that's not really, you're not really ready. So let's play some more and then let's get off into Jim Jones.
These is dudes that I know that they come from the projects, they come from the trenches, right? And it was mere survival. Like these dudes was starving, hungry, trying to figure out how we gonna survive. And
Blah,
in
blah,
order to
blah,
survive,
blah.
there's a certain energy they had to take on. There's a certain energy of once you attack back. Always feeling attacked, having to watch your back.
Blah, blah,
You know, Jim
blah.
coming from a gang culture, understanding how dangerous it is in the streets and watching every individual. And when you hear people say things, you feel attacked, you got to respond, because if you don't respond, you know, like Jay-Z said, once you tag lane.
Let me pause it right there. A lot of us come from places where we seen dead bodies in the street. We sold drugs. People was kidnapped. Grown men, children. We came from places where we even saw women shot. People's grandmothers caught in the crossfire. I mean, that's how hardcore the streets gotten at times. Home invasions, whole families tied up. We come from all that. We come from the realness, right? So when you get a certain age, you know better. This man right here did time himself. There's a song where a couple years ago, he's up in New York talking about all the stuff that go on and why we shouldn't promote it. But now he's making excuses for men over 40. And this is the problem that I have. This is the problem I have. I'm going to come back to him. Let me go over here. Hold on. This is the problem that I have, right? Let me see. Let's go over here. This is so. I want the people that's watching this. Is this brother right here a clout chasing too? When he say what he say, because I'm gonna show you how the hypocrites, where the real niggas, the real gangsters, the real niggas that ain't gonna lie, they saying the same thing D1 say. How come the real niggas that's really doing them drive-bys, that's really putting that work in for real, that's really killing other black men, that has a history of killing other black men that look like them? How come these ones that don't rap is saying the same thing D1 is saying? But you ain't calling them clout chasing, and I'm gonna tell you why after this. I'm gonna explain it to you, because y'all gonna get the real today.
Fucking breeding bloods and shit. I ain't beat, homie.
The first one that drew first blood was Jim Jones. Should I call him by his government name? Nah, I ain't gonna do you like that. I ain't gonna do you like that. We had a conversation. Real talk. I ain't gonna do you like that. I'm gonna do you like that. Drew first blood was Jim Jones. Should I call the first one that drew first blood was Jim Jones. Should I call him by his government name? Nah, I ain't gonna do you like that. I ain't gonna do you like that. We had a conversation. Real talk. You know, we had a conversation where, as a man, not even a blood, and you ain't no blood, homie. You got blessed, but you paid your way to be part of this. And I don't give a damn how much money you got. You still got to answer to somebody. There's always somebody over you. There is protocol. You cannot do what you want to do. And before you go around putting me or any of the other homies on your shit, if it don't make dollars, it don't make sense. I ain't got a diamond Mexican money. I ain't got a wet food stamp. I mean, that's how you respect me. That's how you pay homage to me. Why didn't you just ask me? Respect the hood, respect the homies, and you don't do that, dog. You don't do that. And
Let me ask y'all a question. Is T. Rogers clout chasing? Is T. Rogers clout chasing? See, because here, right? Hold on, where'd it go? Hold on. Right here, when you go, how do I do this? Hold on. How do I do this? So we can get an outstanding understanding before we go back to T real quick. Clout chasing simply refers to the practice of individuals or brands seeking validation, recognition, or influence by associating themselves with popular trends. So Jim Jones is threatening violence on D1 because he knows that the masses of the people are ignorant, meaning that they don't know any better. You've been conditioned to love that which will kill you or destroy you. He knows this, and he's giving it to you because he knows better. You know why? Because Jim Jones know where he comes from. So now the OG, the elder T. Rogers, is calling him out and holding him accountable. He's calling him out, holding him accountable. But I seen elders on these YouTube spaces talk this black shit, but then go against the young brother D1 as if he's saying something wrong. And that's how I know that when I was in the streets selling drugs in the early 90s, getting shot at, shooting at niggas, all kinds of wild stuff, I know now as a father of adult children, I can sit here. What's going on, D-Red? I can sit here now and I can call it out. Because see, I never came to YouTube ever showing pictures of any cars or bitches from the past. I'm going to speak the language they understand. Bitches and hoes, because that's how real. See, we talking real nigga talk. That's how real niggas talk, right? The real niggas. I never showed none of that. I never showed that lifestyle because I never wanted to glorify it. And I never ever wanted to show it because there was a lot of people that got hurt by my past. And I didn't want to rehash or relive that up for profit. Other people's sons may see me and say, yo, ain't that the such and such? Yeah. No, sometimes, man, you don't disrespect the mercies of God. You let things go. God delivered you and allowed you to survive and tell a story of redemption. So you let that stuff go. These guys over 40 still propagating death. So now T. Rogers is calling out Jim Jones. But I'm gonna tell you why the streets won't call out or disrespect T. Rogers' legacy. Rest in peace. Because two things happen, and I want y'all to listen to me and listen to me well. I'm from Philadelphia, one of the blackest cities in America and one of the largest Muslim populations of black people in America, right? Sunni Muslims. In the streets, we've been averaging over 500 homicides, right? Over 3,000 people shot. The majority of people that's killing each other is young black men. These young black men claim to be Muslim. They go to the masjid. They walk around with big beards. They're blowing each other away every night, every day, shooting women, children, themselves, everybody, right? The streets will not dare ever call them out because they know how violent some of the Muslim brothers can be. But let a brother with a Bible in his hand, propagating the word of Jesus, of Christ, come and call you out. Oh, you'll call out the church because the church don't represent violence. In the black community, I ain't talking about that white man. I'm talking about in black communities, when the church come and somebody like D1 speaks, oh, you'll call him out. But let that be a brother from the nation or a Sunni Muslim from Philly or Newark. Niggas ain't gonna say nothing. Because you know when you call them out, they gonna come. Yo, we just want to talk to you, fam. We want to holler at you. We want to holler at you. This is the hypocrisy. See, I'm from the street for real. I know how I go. Because I used to be a part of that. I know how I go. You ain't going to say nothing about the Muslims. But in these cities on the East Coast, the kids that's killing each other the most is the ones claiming to be Islam, Muslims. Won't nobody say nothing. You don't know that. You might be Boule. I never saw who you was. I don't want to get in that. I don't want to do that. You don't know that. We don't know that. I don't know who Boule and who ain't. For all I know, you could be Boule. I don't know. I don't trust nobody no more. All everybody do is talk. And it's no real action that's really being promoted. And whenever somebody do step out and say something, they got to be a traitor or Boule. But I never seen any of y'all call out Jim Jones for propagating blood culture in Harlem. I never seen y'all call him Boule until now. So this is the hypocrisy. I've been on here for years calling this shit out, for years telling y'all and warning y'all. But the problem is y'all got a problem with D1 because D1 is saying something he's been saying for the last 15 years. He didn't just come and say it now. This is the hypocrisy amongst our people. It don't have to be me. I'll see. I already know and understand the conditions of our people. But what I'm saying to you is no disrespect. I don't know who you are. No, and that's no disrespect to you. You might be Boule behind that, from wherever you at. And I'm not even saying that to be disrespectful, because I've learned that so many of our people talk this revolutionary shit until the revolution starts. So now I wonder if I'm bootleg. Do you think that I'm bootleg, bro? I've been on here for years talking about cleaning up the black community and creating programs and showing shit and doing stuff, trying to do stuff in the community. Am I bootleg also? I got pictures. Hold on, matter of fact, hold on. Let me see. I wonder if I'm gonna be bootleg. Hold on. Let me see if I'm bootleg. Real quick. Let me see. Where we at? Here we go. Let me put that up there real quick. In my bootleg, I had a picture at a crime summit here in Philly with the district attorney, Larry Krasner, the district attorney of the 5th largest city in America. I'm taking a picture with him. And I'm over here with a white man. Am I bootleg? Let me see. Hold on. Here's a picture right here with me with the police commissioner of Philadelphia. Am I bootleg? Let me see. This is a picture of me right here outside with me and Umar Johnson's father. Umar Johnson's father right here. We outside. Am I bootleg? Matter of fact, hold on. Let me see. Here go a picture with me and YG, rapper from the West Coast. You know what I mean? See, and this is what I'm saying. This is black people. This comes from black people. You not bootleg, but you definitely got your own trick bag. And I won't knock you. But this is what I'm saying. The number one enemy today to the black man is another black man. It don't matter what you do, what you trying to do, how you trying to get it done. Your detractors. Hold on. Let's see. I want to know. I'm just a little confused. So I want to get an understanding. Let's see. That's us on the news, right? With a bunch of the top brass, right? For things that's going, shootings and things that's going on in the community. I just showed you with me and YG. But see, this is the thing, right? And I'm gonna come off of this for a minute. This is the thing. It doesn't matter whether you with Leor Cohen or any of them, because like I explained this to you before I get back to the stream. Matter of fact, let me reshare it first, and then I'll talk with it on the screen real quick. It doesn't matter if I'm with Leor Cohen. See, because this what I want to educate our people on. Now I want y'all to see this. The brother says, show a video with of you with somebody like Leor Cohen if you want to keep the bootleg game going. Instead of making a fool of yourself, brother, you got triggered. Now, see, this is what I'm saying. This is a black man. I want y'all to see this. This is a black man. I'm on my stream teaching, right? Instead of coming in the room and sitting down and just getting instruction for what I'm teaching, he come in to argue and disrupt what we're doing, right? And calling people bootleg and all this kind of stuff. Nobody, if you notice, nobody else on the stream came in and did what this brother did. But this is what our people do to each other. And this is what I'm saying, what I've been teaching for years. And there's no disrespect to the brother, but I need the brother to look into the chat room. Nobody else did what you did. Nobody. You did it. Because you want to be heard. And you think that you got all the answers. And none of us. So I'm not triggered. What I'm doing is just exposing what we do to each other. That's what I'm doing. So the thing is this, right? You don't have to be with Leo Cohen. If you are a person in the community and you ain't working with other black people to change the trajectory of the community, if you are a person in the black community and you talk black shit and you ain't got no contribution, then you ain't no different than the brother that's with Leo Cohen. You doing the same thing because it's still the same trick bag. What work if you can articulate what Boule is and actually tell the people who the conspirators in the Boule is, but your work is not anti that, where people can see it, then you're no different. You're no different. You're actually a participant. You're actually what the definition of a coon would be. The coon, matter of fact, because we're here to teach, right? We're here to teach. Let me do this. Let me do this for our people. Because I've been doing this for a long time and I got away from this for a while. Let me see if I can pull this up, because I've gotten away from it for a minute, but I wanna. Okay, let's pull the coon character. I want y'all to see this because this is important. Freedom, Darktown. Hold on. Lynching. Darktown Images, Freedom's Journal. Let me see if I can pull it up this way. See if I can pull it up this way. Here we go. Here we go. So let me share my screen. Let me reshare the screen again. Let me reshare the screen. Let's do this. Let me make myself small so that way our people can get an understanding. So now this is the coon character. So I'm going to give you guys, I've gotten away from this for a while because the people didn't tune in to see this. And the brother that was in here, this is a teaching lesson for some of our ignorance. And why people did work to discredit D1, because they don't understand the attacks that we're under. And we regurgitate words like boule and we regurgitate words like sellouts and stuff like that, but we don't really understand, right? So when the coon character is one of the most insulting and of all black characters. The name itself, an abbreviation of raccoon, is dehumanizing, as with Sambo. The coon was portrayed by a lazy, easily frightened, chronically idle, and articulate buffoon. The coon differ from the Sambo in subtle but important ways. Now, when we use this coon term and Sambo term, we use them backwards. We use them the wrong way. So what the brother that was in here was speaking now, and I told you that most of us in the black community are actual coons. The people we call coons are Sambos, and I'm gonna explain to you why. The coon, matter of fact, let me make it bigger. Hold on. I can't even see. Oh shit, hold on. I don't fuck the screen up. All right. I want to make this screen bigger. All right, here we go. Now check this out, right? Okay. Now I want y'all to listen. The coon differed from the Sambo in subtle but important ways. Sambo was depicted as a perpetual child, right? Not capable of living an independent adult life. The coon, this is very important. We got 33 people in here. I did this for years. So, and it's on my channels. So if the brother was in here that came in here talking, I want you to listen. because I'm not being disrespectful. As D1 said, I love you too much for that, but I want you to listen and learn. So that way, when you come into chat rooms, you don't just come in talking. You get information. It's cool to get in. It's okay to get information from your brother. We don't have to fight and say, well, you triggered and you. So now, if you came in and I got triggered, you get excited because I'm triggered. Let's listen to each other. The coon acted childish, but he was an adult, albeit a good for little adult. Sambo was portrayed as a loyal and contented servant. That's your Larry Elders. That's your what's in the chat room. What's the black girl name that's always on TV talking bad about black people, but she got the white husband. What's her name? You got Larry Elder. You got what's the girl name, man? Candace Owens, right? So listen, right? The Sambo was portrayed as a loyal and contented servant. Indeed, Sambo was offered as a defense for slavery and segregation. So y'all like to call Candace Owens a coon, but she's a Sambo. You're using it wrong. But this is where I know that when I hear people say coon, I know that you don't even know what boule is. Because I know that this is how I know that our people are not ready for these kind of conversations or the revolutionary talk, because your terms that you use is wrong. So now when you talking to our open enemies, they looking at you like you crazy because they know that you don't even know what you're talking about. This is the problem. And this is why it's so easy for brothers to come in here and attack me. Because I know the conditions of our people. That's why at the end of every video I ever made since I've been on YouTube, I say I love my people more than they hate themselves. Because I understand the conditions of our people. Let's read on. Let's read on. Sambo was offered as a defense for slavery and segregation. How bad could these institutions have been? Listen, y'all. How bad could these institutions have been? Asked the racialists. If black people were content and even happy being servants, the coon, listen, this is very important. The coon, although he often worked as a servant, was not happy with his status. Was not happy with his status. He was simply too lazy or too cynical to attempt to change his lowly position. That's most of us in the black community. Most of us scream about the white man. The white man this and the white man that. And it's time to revolutionize. And it's time to change the community. And it's time to change the lyrics. And it's time to tell the women to stop twerking. And it's time for this. And it's time for that. But when it's time to do the goddamn work, you can hear a rat piss on cotton. When it's time, when you go and you put up positive information, it gets no views. So the majority of the community is coons. And the white man know it. And he knows that you're using it wrong. You don't even realize that you a goddamn coon. But I'm going to read it again for the people in the back that's slow. The coon, although he often worked as a servant, was not happy with his status. He's not happy with his record deal. He's not happy with his contracts. He's not happy with no ownership. He's not happy with gentrification. He's not happy because he's being moved out of his community. He's not happy because the way he's portrayed in media. He's not happy the way he's portrayed in movies. He's not happy with the food that's in his community. He's not happy with the way that they do marriages when you get a divorce and all the rights go to the women. He's not happy with his status. With his status. Right? But he's either too cynical or lazy, meaning working with his brother, meaning loving his brother, meaning wanting for his brother what he wants for himself, meaning willing to sacrifice and commitment for the change that he's complaining about. That's not what he's willing to do. But you coons call the Sambos coons, where you're really the coon. Because you talk this B1 black first. But how many real B1 Black First videos get big views on YouTube amongst black people? How can you say you B1 Black First, but you mad at D1 for saying the same thing that you niggas been saying on YouTube for years until it's time to really step up to the plate and really put in the work? I can go through y'all channels. Y'all got hundreds of videos talking about this white man, talking about gentrification, talking about Black First and calling immigrants tethers and talking about reparations. But when it's time to step on exhibit reparations behavior, you niggas ain't worth nothing. But you come in my channel and talk about somebody being boule. Y'all more sellouts to each other than the boule has ever been. And the white man knows this. He knows this. So I got burnt out and I got tired of, Carl, I got tired of doing this type of information because people wasn't listening. I've been telling y'all about the 2030 plan and what's coming down the pipe. So don't talk to me about what's boule because I know that you don't know what the hell you talking about. You just regurgitating what you heard. Because black men and women in the black community today has done way more damage to each other than the boule has ever done. Because if you can articulate to me about who's boule and who's sellout, and you ain't working with the brother sitting next to you, then you are a detriment to your own goddamn people. Let's separate the lie from the job and stop playing. And start putting things in its proper perspective. Let's get back to, but I wanted to do this exercise real fast because the thing is this. Also, listen, y'all, because this is important. This is important. Where my brother D-Red at, man? D-Red was in here. D-Red, if you still in the chat, put a 1 in the chat, D-Red. My brother D-Red. Also, by the 1900s, Sambo was identified with older, docile black people who accepted Jim Crow laws as etiquette. Listen, I want y'all to listen to this very well. Whereas coons were increasingly identified with young, urban black people who disrespected white people. Stated differently, the coon was a Sambo going bad. So don't come in here and talk to me because you ain't up where you ain't where I'm at. You ain't ready. Just because you see me now doing celebrity stuff, I've been doing this. This is what I do. That's right. That's right, Bishop. Let me read that last part again before we get back to the rest of the show. I had to segue from there because sometimes this stuff is necessary because I have to use my bug spray repellent to repel real niggas away from my channel. Real niggas, I got to get the real niggas away. So sometimes I got to spray all around the perimeter. So that way so when the real niggas come, they come in the room and sit down and just receive instructions. Don't come in trying to twerk and talk. Because like I said, black men has to learn to respect each other. Also, by the 1900s, Sambo was identified with older, docile black people who accepted Jim Crow laws and etiquette, whereas coons were increasingly identified by young, urban black people who disrespected white people. Stated differently, the coon was a Sambo going bad. So let me bookmark this because I should have had this bookmarked. Make sure that is in there, and then we'll get back to the show. That's the problem. It's not saving it. All right, I'll come back to that. Let me get back to T. Rogers. All right, let's get back to the show so we can. Because you know, on these spaces you can't. I watch people keep 4,000 or 5,000 people in the room for 4 hours. We get on here and we teach. I can't keep y'all in the room for 10 minutes. But that's the conditions of our people. And this is why a lot of black people that really think the way I think and others don't like talking, because y'all don't support it. If I was on here showing some pussy or talking about talking down on a black woman or hating on another black man, you niggas would be in here like 40 going north. But this is why the brother next to you or sister next to you don't talk, because they see that the way you disrespecting D1. This is why they don't talk. This is why they move into white neighborhoods and they get away from y'all and they don't come back to gentrify the community. This is what happens, man. I just choose to stay because I love my people more than hate themselves. Well, let's listen to some more. Let's listen to some more.
Breeding bloods and shit. I ain't beating on you.
The first one that drew first blood was Jim Jones. Should I call him by his government name? Nah, I ain't gonna do you like that. I ain't gonna do you like that. We had a conversation. Real talk. You know, we had a conversation where, as a man, not even a blood, and you ain't no blood, homie. You got blessed, but you paid your way to be part of this. I don't give a damn how much money you got. You still got to answer to somebody. There's always somebody over you. There is protocol. You cannot do what you want to do. And before you go around putting me or any of the other homies on your shit, if it don't make dollars, it don't make sense. I ain't got a dime in Mexican money. I ain't got a wet food stamp. I mean, that's how you respect me. That's how you pay homage to me. Why didn't you just ask me? Respect the hood, respect the homies, and you don't do that, dog. You don't do that. And I'm talking to you as a man. I'm talking to you as an elder. I'm actually talking to you as the father. Because the things that you're doing and the people that are around you are not advising you correctly. I ain't got to say it, Jim. You can't even go to certain parts of Harlem without getting beat the fuck up and chased out the hood. Somewhere you got to slow down and get some type of street credibility. And the world doesn't know that. The women love you, but they ain't gonna protect you, homie. You got to have your street.
So let me ask a question. These are real gangsters right here, the real gangsters. Y'all mad at D1, but the real gangsters was calling these dudes out. I'm just showing the hypocrisy. These is the real people. The real bloods.
Credibility so that you can stand with the G. So you can stand with the OG.
Lil Wayne and Birdman, I mean, with the rags and shit. I mean, then you got money. What's the purpose? You know what I'm saying? What you doing? What you prove? You ain't proving nothing to nobody. So you running around with a red rag. You wasn't running around with a red rag yelling Sue Woo blood and this and that when you first came out with your boys. You know what I'm saying? We all was the hot boys and all that. Nobody was hearing that.
Blood was wearing blue rags. Blood was.
Check it out. Hold on. Let's go.
Shit, man, like a lot of that shit, they send out the wrong message, blood.
Niggas need to write some shit, send some positive message, man. Because that's what time it is, dog.
What?
Niggas need to write some shit, send some positive message, man.
What?
Yep.
Niggas need to write some shit, send some positive message, man. Because that's what time.
Oh, but y'all mad at the way D1 is talking? But the real gangsters, the real shooters, the real killers of other black men, the real killers. So don't be mad at me. I'm only showing what the real killers of other black men is saying. The ones, they ain't got record deals. They ain't clout chasing or for trends. These are the real killers. But you mad at D1. You know why you mad at D1? Because D1 got a Bible and D1 is preaching Jesus, and you don't see Christians as violent people, but you won't dare walk up to these niggas and say it. Never. Because you know what will happen to you. So you just attack D1 because he's just a regular brother, light-skinned brother with dreads, talking about uplifting Jesus. So it's just easy to attack him. But in the black community, you won't go after the Muslims, and you damn sure won't go after them gangbangers that's telling you to do something positive. You won't dare disrespect them and tell them, well, it's how you deliver the message, dog. No, you won't. That's the hypocrisy of the community. Somebody tell me where I'm wrong. You can't. They were when T. Rogers was alive, you wasn't gonna disrespect T. Rogers. Let me see any of you niggas disrespect Larry Hoover. And this is what I'm talking about. But you mad at the Christian guy. Because anybody can smack up or disrespect the church guy. He just a church guy. Go smack up a Muslim. You're going to have to hide your mama because they ain't playing with you. And this is you coward. I told my wife out when he calmed down. You cowards. You mad. And you want to question him. It's how you said it, dog. You hurt my feelings. But the real gangsters are saying,
write some shit, send some positive message, man. Write some shit, send some positive message, man.
What?
Niggas need to write some shit, send some positive message, man. Because that's what time it is, dog.
Especially these motherfuckers who already millionaires and now they becoming bloods and shit, homie. That shit is whack as hell, homie. Like, motherfucker, we look to these motherfuckers to get us out of this motherfucker, dog. I ain't, dog, nobody, niggas ain't happy where I'm from, dog. And you got a motherfucker who in position to create opportunity.
He just said something that was important. He said niggas ain't happy where I'm from. I've been coming on here for years and cried online everything. I done told y'all. Been to 40 funerals. I done seen it. The reason why I don't show that kind of stuff or glorify it because it's too much pain that come with that. I'll try to come and show something different, a more positive side. I don't have to tell you all the murders and stuff I saw, but I can tell you I had a homie die in my arms, take his last breath, holding my shirt like this, trying to get up. He was shot 11 times. My daughter was shot that night, caught in the crossfire, right? I come from that too. But he died. He had blood coming out of his mouth. He was trying to get up and talk to me, but I couldn't understand nothing he was saying because he was choking on his own blood. That was November 20th, 2000. He died right there on the bar floor. Right? I suffer from PTSD. And my form of PTSD, I don't get violent, I get emotional. Sometimes I could be somewhere and I just bust out crying and I don't even know why I'd be crying, but that's what's part of the diagnosis. It's an emotional response to traumatic events or things that I've experienced. It's not I don't get violent. There's different forms of PTSD. I could be somewhere and I just be crying and be like, what the hell am I crying for? Right? So what I'm saying is, and that's just one incident. That was my homie. I shot 11 times. He died right there. He died right there with blood coming out of his mouth and his eyes open, looking straight at me. Straight at me. And the ambulance came and tried to revive him. The police came because he got killed. Somebody else got killed that night too. It was a double homicide. My daughter got shot. I had blood all over me. Police came, tackled me on the ground, handcuffed me, put me in the back of the car, put a bunch of people in the back of the car. And I knew he was already dead, but they was trying to revive him and they put him on a gurney. They took him and put him in the back of the ambulance. And I'm looking out the window and I seen him still trying to revive him. And then all of a sudden the lights went out in the ambulance. They turned off all the lights and he was gone. But I knew he was going. He was shot too many times. And they came out. They brought the other guy out that was shot. He was still living. He got shot in his leg, but it hit an artery. When he came out, he was talking. He ended up going to the hospital and dying. But that same night, my daughter was shot. She was in the car. So what I'm saying is, I come through all that. I come from all that. I come from all that. Niggas in the hood ain't happy. So when I came to YouTube, I came to YouTube with a different message. I came to YouTube wanting to make a change because I was once part of the problem. I was once part of all of that. I come from that. So for these guys to be at this age still doing this when they already done made all the money, why do we got to watch how we talk to them? Oh, man, it's how you say the message. What do you mean? And I know at one point he used to practice Islam, grew up in the church, went back to the church. I know in my city, anybody attack the church, anybody attack the Christians. So D1 come quoting Bible scriptures. Oh, it's easy to attack him. Let D1 would have came up there with some Muslim brothers and had them standing behind him talking like this. You punk ass niggas wouldn't be saying nothing because you're cowards. And this is why the children kill each other, because you grown men are cowards. You cowards. We send a message of death every day in our community. But all of a sudden, when it's time to clean it up, I got to watch how I talk to you. This is the condition and the mindset of our communities. Ain't nobody, so the real niggas, the real killers of black men is telling you, no, we don't mess with that. We want to get out of it. You got all the money already.
You got a Catwoman position to make life better for motherfuckers. Be the same motherfuckers making all the millions, dumping all the guns in the hood, dog. So you know what I mean? When you look at it from an objective standpoint, it's like I don't respect that shit, man. Especially these cats that just now get down and shit. Like now you got the bread, now you got a million tattoos, and now you learn how to sue whoop and shit, nigga. Like what's rapping, homie? That shit ain't.
The cops arrested me that night because, put it this way, it was ongoing things going on in that community at the time, 23 years ago, different wars between different crews. So, you know, they arrested a bunch of people that night. It was just a whole bunch of messed up stuff. And that was a real bad time in my life when, you know, my daughter got shot and my family, that was the one time, I would say that was the one time when my family turned on me. My family said, all right, enough is enough. Like I told y'all, I done been through stuff where I done had niggas, real niggas, running my mama house and lay my mom in them on the floor. That's where I come from. I come from this. I've talked about this on streams before. Looking for that money. I come from this. So when I came to YouTube, if I start glorifying cars and girls and money, then the other part of the other stories come out. But there's a flip side to that because there's people that got affected by that stuff. So I can't come and glorify that stuff. Not at my age. Not for stuff that happened 25 and almost 30 years ago. Because there's people that died. There's people in prison. There's people in wheelchairs. There's a whole bunch of stuff that come with that. So how can you be 40-something, still propagating, still talking about this? So now when D1 come and say all the stuff we've been saying, all of a sudden he wrong, he clout chasing. So have I been clout chasing all this time?
Business, dog. Make some change in your motherfucking hood, dog, for the positive and shit, man. Like that's really what I'm concerned with nowadays. All that old wild cowboy shit, homie. That shit, I don't even entertain that shit anymore, dog. I've been through enough. I've been through the storm. I've been through enough pain with this lifestyle. So now when I identify a motherfucker who contributing to this shit, man, I ain't got no respect for that motherfucker, dog. Because he leading a new generation down the same path motherfuckers done walked down already, and we know the outcome to this shit, homie. I got cats that's serving life right now, motherfucker. I got homies serving juvenile life right now, blood. I got homies I don't get to see no more. Only way I get reminded of them is when I see their little son, dog. And here it is, we got some clown ass nigga that get to go to West fucking Hollywood and fucking the Hamptons and shit. But his music, he fucking breeding bloods and shit.
So my message for all you fake ass YouTubers out there mad at D1. The real gangbangers, they saying the same thing he's saying. They ain't mixing messages. They calling them out. You revolutionary niggas. Oh, D1 clout chasing. He got a how? Look at this. You want look at this. Look at this.
In the beginning of my navigation through the West Coast, it was a Crip. I don't really want to say his name because I don't know if you want people to know.
Oh, who you talking about?
Yes.
Yeah, he'll love that.
Posey, I mean, my man Posey, man.
Posey back in
Shouts to Posey. I haven't seen Posey in a minute, but Posey was was the Crip that took the risk on taking me around to all the blood neighborhoods and introducing me to all the real rights that I needed to know in order for me to be moving around on the west side the way I would like to. Game end up coming outside later on, and we end up, I forgot what Parker was. We did the try to start to do the certified gangster video. And before we get out there, I kept needing different things, and everybody kept telling me I got to speak to Wacko. Like I need the Lolos. They like, yo, you got to speak to Wacko. I need this. They like, you got to speak to Wacko. They like, I don't know, you got to speak to Wacko. I'm like, what the fuck, who's Wacko? So like I was telling you, I was like, fuck it.
Look. He out on the West Coast with 3,000 miles to the west and a whole place that he know nothing about. He got to talk to Wacko because he want to glorify blood culture. What the Bloods are saying. You heard what T. Rogers just told him. But look how giddy he is. He ain't disrespectful to these niggas. He ain't threatening none of these niggas. But he mad at the church boy. See, anybody disrespect the church boy because the church boy represent nonviolence.
Where's Wacko? They maybe introduced me to Wacko. Wacko mad strong with it from here, like the movies. Hey, what's up, homie? What you need, homie? This my hood, homie. I'm like, ooh, okay, we got the right one. All right, I started building Wacko and shit like that. He's so aggressive and strong through the whole shit. I'm like, damn. In my mind, I'm from the East. I'm like, this shit like Boys in the Hood in real life. My man Snags.
Look at this nigga, man. Like, this, whoa. You saw how giddy he is?
Shit like Boys in the Hood in real life. My man Snags back there. He clutching. Damn. In my mind, I'm from the East. I'm like, this shit like Boys in the Hood in real life. My man.
Look at his face, man. But this is the shit that I'm telling y'all. Y'all follow these dudes, man, and love these guys and love this music and this stuff that they pumping to y'all. These fake. Ain't no way in the world I ever been out there to, oh, man, I'm from the East and these dudes is like, no, nigga. Death is death. Real niggas is real niggas. I ain't enamored by that. We went out to the West Coast. I'm trying to figure out, when we was out on the West Coast, all that life is past me now, but we trying to figure out, can we get some of them things to bring it back east? Fuck them, the gang shit. This nigga out here, he done made the money. He want to meet up with gangbangers. The mindset. I'm out there trying to get money. How can I get them things and bring them back east and sell them for more? I don't give a damn about Wacko. He came, he already done made the money, and he trying to meet real niggas and killers and shit. He's giddy. Oh my God, this is like Boys in the Hood. But he mad at the Christian guy. And you fake YouTube niggas supporting this dude. Come on, man. You can't make this shit up. You can't make this shit up. Just saying. Look at him. Look at him, Khan. Look at him.
The East. I'm like, this shit like Boys in the Hood in real life. My man Snags back there. He clutching the whole time. He don't know what's going on. We outnumbers, two of us. Like, then we start doing the video. Then Wacko gets locked up.
Wacko.
Wacko. Get the name. It's Wacko.
So let me pause it. So look at this. This is the shit that these dudes do, man. And the stuff I've been telling y'all.
Like smooth like that and shit like that. Dip said we was gluttons for studio time and making music, and we right in Harlem, so we ain't had to cross no bridges or nothing to get there. It was literally a 7-minute ride to get down there. So we used to come in there all the time. Me piling in there with like 20 bloods with me. Jay looking at me like he crazy. I remember one day I came in there with so many bloods. He said, "Yo, come here." like he was my uncle. Like, yo, come here. This is damn fool. How holler at you? Like, yo, blood. He said, listen. I'm not crazy about all the blood you bring here. I don't care about none of that. But you bring the gangsters in here. Make sure the gangsters holler at me before anything else, because it's my house. I said, man, you got that champ. You did like smooth like that and shit. Like, no, Dip said we was gluttons for studio time and making music, and we right in Harlem, so we ain't had to cross no bridges or nothing to get there. It was literally a 7-minute ride to get down there. So we used to come in there all the time. Me piling in there with like 20 bloods with me. Jay looking at me like he crazy. I remember one day I came in there with so many bloods. He said, "Yo, come here." like he was my uncle. Like, yo, come here. This is damn fool. How holler at you? Like, yo, blood. He said, listen. I'm not crazy about all the blood you bring here. I don't care about none of that. But when you bring the gangsters in here, make sure the gangsters holler at me before anything else, because it's my house. That's it.
So I guess the Illuminati got you. D-Site, 3 people that rock this star, the Jews, GD, Illuminati. GD, folk! GD, folk! You not Jew, you not GD. So I guess the Illuminati got you. D-Site, folk! D-Site, folk! Fag ass nigga. That's like this. It's like this right here. Fag nigga. We pulling up on you. We pressing up on you the whole Maybach. It don't matter. Music. This right here. Hey Rick, straight up, you know what you did first time we gave you a pass. Hoover don't have nothing to do with this, so for y'all take the tape back and try to put LJ and the dad in it, they don't have nothing to do with this right here. This G's coming from all over talking about.
Now I want y'all to listen to this, right? I want y'all to check this out. I want y'all to check this out. How come these niggas was pressing Rick Ross, right? The GDs, right? They was pressing Rick Ross hard, right? For that Larry, I think I'm Big Meech's Larry Hoover thing, right? These niggas ain't going out there telling them how to disseminate the message. These is real killers of black men. These is real killers of black men. But it's easy to just call out the little church boy. But what about these niggas? What about the real niggas? This is why I know and I learned coming from the streets, this pro-black stuff. Our grandparents and them was about that life. This generation ain't about that life for real. If you in the room, y'all watching me, and it's 25 people talking pro-black shit, when it's time to really put in worse moss, it's only going to be probably 3 of y'all. The rest of them is lukewarm and tiptoeing through the tulips. The rest of them is in the bushes, hiding. They not going to really stand on black shit. They not going to wear a Mary Bethune-McLeod shirt on in the office. They not going to stand on black culture. They not. They not. So you mad at little old D1 because he got the Bible and he promoting Bible scriptures. Because anybody can go at a Christian. A Christian is nonviolent. They're not going to do nothing. But you're not going to say nothing to the Muslims. You ain't going to say nothing to them GDs. You ain't going to say nothing to them Bloods. So let me get this straight. The real niggas, the real killers of black men, the real niggas is calling these dudes out. Let me make myself, let me make it bigger. So that way y'all can get an outstanding understanding for what these brothers are saying.
About this right here. Hey Rick, straight up, you know what you did first time we gave you a pass on the Larry Hoover Big Meek song. You were supposed to took care of some business you didn't take care of. You know who you need to tune in to. Now, you don't really disrespect the organization by putting your face on. You gonna put your star on your face in this star right here.
That's
see
what
that
you
right
don't
there?
do.
It ain't nothing but 3 people that rock this star: the Jews, GD, Illuminati. GD folk, GD folk. You not Jew, you not GD. So I guess the Illuminati got you. D-Site boat, D-Site boat. Fag ass nigga. That's like this. It's like this right here. Fag nigga. We pulling up on you. We pressing up on you the whole Maybach. It don't matter. Music. It don't matter who in Maybach. Everybody on your label is in trouble. GD folk, GD folk. D-Site boat. Hey, and check this out. Whatever city, whatever state, pressure. Hey, pressure on. So promoters, we letting your promoters know. Before you book Rick Ross, y'all need to talk to us, G. GD folk, GD folk. It ain't going down. Pressure. You see what I'm saying? You see that right here? This ain't even a penny of the pressure.
So this is a question I'm asking. How come my son and all you other niggas, how come y'all ain't telling them? How come y'all ain't saying nothing to them? How come you ain't saying nothing to the Bloods? That's called, because what I do know, real niggas is checking these cats, been checking these cats about the stuff that they doing and their lyrics. But you mad at little old D1 saying little old D1 is clout chasing. This is why I don't rock with nobody on YouTube no more. It's too much hypocrisy. And I know them better because me coming from where I come from, I don't know these people personally. But as time go on, you get a chance to just see what these people is about. And they not about being about is a lot of fake shit. A lot of fake. You mad at D1? Why you mad at little old D1? Damn, man, what the hell?
Not that long, folks.
So let me pause that real quick. So let's check this one out, right? Man, when are they gonna turn that shit off? God damn. This Rick Ross when he got exposed, right? Yeah, man. Oh, in the hood, man. Hey, those of y'all that's in here, man, right here. We got the website here, Urban Nerds Worldwide, man. If you guys want to donate or support this mission, you can support through the website, through PayPal or Venmo. You can also right here, we got the Cash App. We got the Cash App right here, Urban Nerds WW2020. You can support through the Cash App, or you can hit our GoFundMe too. We got our GoFundMe. December 17th. We got our science fair coming. This is unfucking believable, man. Get your goddamn keys and turn that shit off. Yeah, but we got our science fair coming. December 17th in Brooklyn, New York, with Ziax Institute. We got our trip back to the African American Smithsonian Museum coming up, and we also got a college tour at Delaware State coming up. So you guys, those of us that's out here, real quick before I get to this, let me just give an illustration for what I'm talking about real fast, so people, and then we'll get back to the show. Just put this quick plug in, and then we'll get back to the show. While I got this distraction going on. Real fast. Let me unshare and then reshare real quick. So these are some of the hold on. These are some of the trips that we took in the past. Let me see if I can get it. Why these things ain't at the bottom, man? Hold on. No, not this. That's a concert. Yeah, they still got this shit. They're only in the hood, bro. And yeah, finally. This is some of the stuff that we did in the past that we. You say you ready to steal that car, right? This is some of the stuff that we did in the past with our organization, Urban Nerds, where we've taken children from inner city youth and did certain things and putting in the work. So when we ask for donations, we ask for donations because we actually out here really doing real work. We out here trying, like I said, trying to make a difference, trying to get some stuff done. I don't know why this joint don't come up the way I wanted to come up. And we hit, oh shit, hold on, one more real quick, and then I'll get back to the show. So we have in the community, I have like police officers and military guys that I'm cool with that come out and help. So when we do ask for donations, we ask for donations because we out here actually trying to get the job done, trying to get the work in. So like I said, we come from the block, but we also get out here and we put in the work. So this right here, so on the screen and pinned to the top, you got our GoFundMe, you got our Cash App, and you got our website. And again, through the website, we got PayPal and Venmo through the website. And also we got like hoodies and stuff that you can buy. If you bought a hoodie, it go direct support to the foundation. So the website shows the nonprofit that we got in our GoFundMe here as well. So, and like I said, we don't really go beg the white man for money. We do what we do off of support off the public. We do support off the public. And maybe if I was making music like Rick Ross and talking about killing my own people, I probably have millions of dollars to put back into the community. But when we talk about actually doing the right thing and promoting love and marriage and everything else, you know what I mean? You know, it's hard because the people that say they want change don't actually support the change that they say that they want. So we don't talk about it, we do it. We actually do the work. So let me get back to the show. So this is Rick Ross getting exposed. This is Rick Ross getting exposed for being a prison guard.
Trick Daddy recently accused you of working as a prison guard at one point, Rick. Is there any truth to that?
No, that's not true. But that's disappointing to hear that he said that. He said that?
That's what the question today.
That's crazy. It's not true, man, but you know, dog was sucker and he man that, you know, I just came out of nowhere and just, you know, took over the streets like that, you know what I mean? So, you know, I'm a sea dog when I see dog, but dog don't want no problems, man. No, that's not true. No, that's not true. No, that's not true. Sightseeing, we might be in the quadruport or the new white being home for FAMU with a gorgeous face. Say some mess that she transferred the Lord.
Let me take the music part out. Just keep read the thing. The records from the prison show that he did, in fact, used to work there, right? And the social security numbers of the guard in question matches Rick Ross. So now let's go over here. Let me make this so because I want to put this out here because I'm tired of people. I'm tired of all the fake shit, man. People being fake, man. It's sad. It's sad. It's people that I met over the years in these YouTube spaces that I really had respect for and really respected. And I've seen the positions that they constantly take when it's time to really stand on shit. Nah, man. I'm just gonna stay to myself, man, and just keep doing what I do. You know what I mean, in my community, man. I ain't messing with these people, man. I'm not messing with these people no more. No, sir. Because they're not really about their life.
He didn't like the fact that he referenced his name, the fact that he said Larry Hoover, you know, when
real stand-up dudes they can be.
Right. Now, before you talked about you know, when Rick Ross this happened years ago when he came out with the song BMF, then he mentioned your father, Larry Hoover. In a way, you said you didn't like the fact that he said Larry Hoover whipping work. Talk to my audience about that and how your dad didn't really mind because, you know, his name was still being put in the light, but you didn't like the fact that he referenced his name with Larry Hoover whipping work. Can you speak to that?
Okay, well, the only reason I had a issue with that is because my father is still fighting for his life, and that portrays him as a drug dealer.
So wouldn't that be clout chasing? I think I'm Big Meech, Larry Hoover, and your name Rick Ross. So you came out as Rick Ross. He was a prison guard. You came out as Rick Ross. So just think about this stuff. Matter of fact, you know what? Damn, y'all. Hold. My son claimed to be a former street guy, but he's taken up for a guy that was a prison guard. Took on the name of a real dope boy. Now he's saying he think he Big Meech Larry Hoover, but he was a prison guard. My son standing up for him. But this is the stuff that I'm talking about. So for years I've been talking about this online. I've been telling y'all, man. I've been telling y'all.
But other than that, like I said, he put Larry Hoover in everybody's mouth and in everybody's mind.
Yeah.
Oh, excuse me. If it got quiet about Larry Hoover, everybody was thinking Larry Hoover or trying to figure out who he was.
So look, so let me see. Let's go back over here. Hold on. So I want y'all to see this before I get to my last two slides. Now this is D1. This is D1, right? Matter of fact, hold on, what was this one? This is D1. This is D1 on Sway because everybody was playing that Sway interview that he did the other day. Now I want y'all to see. Let me come back up. So that way, because see, this is the hypocrisy, right? This is what they ain't want you to see, Peanut. This is what I don't want you to see. This is a interview from 8 years ago. 8 years ago. I just played an intro song from 13 years ago. He been doing this. But you mad. You mad at him, but you ain't mad at the gangbangers, the real niggas. So let's check it out. Let's look at what he's saying.
Or what the heaven is going on,
Wait,
I should say.
You got D1 on the phone with us right now. What's the name of the mixtape?
The mixtape is called Separated at Birth.
Okay, and D1 is on the phone with us right
now. D, you there?
I'm here. What's up, y'all?
Oh,
hey.
Now watch how he called this stuff out way back then. So how can you say he clout chasing when he been putting in the work? He been saying what he been saying. But see, people not going to do the work and really going to be honest. They're not going to be honest because a lot of our people, when Christ was going from town to town, he was casting out demons. A lot of our people have demonic possession because you've been downloading this filth and garbage, you're eating this garbage food for so long, your spirit is tainted. You don't want the truth. And when you see the truth, you reject it.
That's pretty good, Tracy. You got D1 on the phone.
I tried, man. That's the buddy.
D, how you been?
Man, I've been wonderful, bro. I got a big smile on my face right now, man.
Oh man, that's great, man. Congratulations on all the success. I've been watching you. I follow you on social media, so I see all the great things you've been doing.
Yep.
Believe that. Well, thank y'all. I was hoping this mixtape would be the next chapter to it, but it has been banned, and I don't know, man. It's crazy how in this industry there's no filter on negativity, but why is there a filter on positivity and realness?
Wow.
I don't get it, bro.
So, okay, break this down for us. The mixtape is called Separated at Birth, right?
Separated at Birth. Yes, sir. The story of D1 and Lil Wayne.
The story of D1 and Lil Wayne. Obviously, you didn't get Lil Wayne's featured on it, or you didn't get his, permission, right?
Nah, it's rapping over all of his well-known hits, and basically, there's two sides to New Orleans. There's a narrative that doesn't get told that often, and I know I represent those people who are not dope dealers, who are not fake gangsters, who are not killing people, like all that, So my thing is, I'm rapping the more conscious version of a lot of his well-known hits, and I say Separated at Birth because I feel like we're essentially brothers, man, because I was so influenced by Lil Wayne. I could quote you every Lil Wayne lyric up until like the Coda 3. That's about the time I kind of got off the bandwagon, but I was influenced by the dude, and you can hear part of it in my music, but the subject matter is just different. So I wanted to put this tape out paying homage, but also showing that I represent, a different breed of cats that come from my city, and it's been banned, you heard me?
So let me ask you this. I remember when Wayne did one of the illest mixtapes ever, Glass Ceilings. Ceilings and
no ceilings.
Excuse me, no ceilings. Sorry, no ceilings. Why don't I say glass?
You're thinking political stuff.
I'm thinking Hillary Clinton.
Yeah.
When Wayne did one of the illest mixtapes ever, No Ceilings, and he rapped over just a lot of beats you wouldn't expect to hear him over. Is that the concept serious? I mean, similar, or did you actually take his beats and lyrics and reworked them?
No, man. I took the Block is Hot, and I'm basically in the Block is Hot. I'm telling dope boys to get out the game and flip their money into something legit so the block don't have to be hot no more. You hear me? I'm rapping over She Will with him and Drake. I'm talking about a young female from the hood who get pregnant as a teenager, and then she still end up going to school and graduating even though the baby daddy done beat her and left her, instead of saying she will pop it for a nigga in the club and all that. You know what I mean? Like, I'm flipping the stuff, and I'm rapping over his beats, and I'm doing what D1 does, and it's just crazy. I really think that cats were like really nervous about if I might have been exposing some secrets or some truths that cats didn't really want out there on the tape. And I think because one thing is, like, I've been told that there's possible lawsuits that were pending if I put this out, or my physical safety might be in danger. But I already live my life every day like I'm gonna die. You know what I mean? Like, I already do that because I operate out of love and truth, so I don't really bite my tongue for anybody because I know I don't have a hateful bone.
I want y'all to know, right, that this was years ago. This was years ago, y'all. Like I said, you spend time ingesting poison food, downloading poison into your brain. I promote. You see me? Y'all see me? That's me. That's George Macon right there. That's me on the thing. I promote healthy eating, taking care of your body. I'm almost 50. I promote marriage, promote taking care of your children, my son. I put up videos of me in the gym, working out, boxing, kicking, doing a little bit of everything. Been on here for years. We promote trying to live a clean life, right? But when you download yourself every day, you don't work out, you don't eat right, you listen to messed up stuff, it's hard to digest and take in what the brother is trying to tell you. It's hard to accept it. So that story, our allegorical message of Christ going from towns and casting out demons, he had to cast out all those impurities that's in your body, man, because you can't even receive the message. You can't even hear it. You've been downloaded every day with nothing but filth and poison. So now, when God does show up with a message, you won't even receive it. You can't even hear it. Because your arteries is clogged with so much filth. And this is what's happening, man. This is what's happening. Let's listen to a little bit more. I want to get to the more recent video he got.
Physical danger. Who told you that?
Right.
Who told you
you were threatened?
You would be in physical danger?
Man, listen, man, I'm gonna tell y'all the truth. So literally, right before the tape came out, I got a call. Y'all know, I'm in a record deal. So I got a call basically saying like, yo, there's issues, you know what I mean, pertaining to the tape, potentially legal issues, potentially, your physical safety is in danger. You know, and like if you put this out, and I'm like, yo, is this based on, is this based on reality? Like, who put a call in? Like, I'm trying to understand what's going on, and at this point, it's kind of like, well, I got Currency calling me. Shout out to my man Currency. He wanted to get to the bottom of it and make sure, like, yo, let me make sure.
Yup, keep it techie. Damn, y'all. Hey, hit that like button, man. Ain't no reason why our number should be dropping. We should be going up. But this is what I'm talking about. Hit that like button. Everybody hit that like button. Keep it techie. What's going on, my brother? I played that song too before you got in here. I played that joint. But let's go back up.
So it's nothing, really on that type of level because I'm being called. I was called with this information. And my thing is like, bro, I like really over a mixtape. So it's like, all right, cool. If I can't put it out, I don't know. I put 2 tracks out. 2 of the tracks are online. One track is called The Black is Hot. One is called Call Your Bluff. You hear me? And
you know
like,
what? Let me listen to The Black is Hot, right?
Listen to that and listen to Call Your Bluff.
Okay. Matter of fact, I'm gonna listen to Call Your Bluff. Stay on the New Orleans.
So let me stop it here. Let me go to this one because this is important. This is the recent one. Let me make this bigger, right? And let me make this smaller so that way people can get. So watch this, right? So check this out. Check this out, right? Let's listen to this part. This is a dialogue between Turk and D1. And this part is real important because Turk was playing the devil's advocate. And I like this conversation. Being him and Turk didn't agree on everything, but what it was it was a grown man. It was a grown man conversation that was being had where 2 men can sit down and have a conversation to get to a common goal. And the conversation is necessary. So Turk disagreed with a lot of points, but agreed with a lot of points as well. But where he got Turk in the end was this part right here, where it was undeniable. He backed him in the corner. And like I said, man, the word is your sword, man. The word is your sword. So check this out. Check this out.
What's the difference? Then because they was rich too. What did they do different that we need to be doing today?
The difference is what you got to glorify in order to get them riches. That's the difference. And if it's not, them blessings and that elevation is not coming from God, if you having to glorify things that are clearly not of God and not right in God's eyes in order to ascertain them blessings.
But even Moses killed, Paul was Saul killed. They did all these things, but they were still great people. So is it up to us to say, you glorifying it? That's when I think it becomes judgmental and we judging, you feel me? And when we point the finger, three pointed back at us. So and that's why I have to come to the offense of Rick Ross, you know, when he say, I'm doing this, I'm giving this, I'm doing this, pay attention to the good. I'm, you know, yeah, I'm not perfect, you know what I'm saying? But so are you, you know what I'm saying? And I think that's where we have to like be, you know,
show some grace,
understanding of each other, you know what I'm saying? Because I don't think he's a bad person.
Me
I know you
neither.
ain't a bad person. I'm not a bad person.
Yeah.
A lot of us have good in us because we all come from God. But we
Absolutely.
all have to grow to the realization of who we really are and realize when we realize that, that's when we have everything. And everybody just not there at the same.
Now watch this. Now y'all heard Turk go. Watch D1's response. And this is how I know for a fact that when the person's talking in the spirit, this, and when I often say, let my words be your words, let my ways be your ways, let my thoughts be your thoughts, let my words be transforming, that those words begin to penetrate through the mind and elevate the spirit of that person, that they may stand up and about face and make change. So I take me out of it and I let the spirit of God move. So when he began to talk, the spirit began to invoke himself, and truth is truth, and it can't be denied. It can't be denied. You know, it's this thing here, man. I tell people all the time, Ephesians 6:17, and take on a helmet of salvation and the sword of the spirit, which is the word of God. And when he began to talk, when his rebuttal and response back to Turk, he didn't talk to Turk's mind, he talked to his spirit, and it was undeniable. Let's look at what he said, his rebuttal.
Same time, you feel me?
5 words. Accountability is not an attack. That's it, bro. Accountability is not an attack. That doesn't mean that we're not called to show grace to people and be patient with people, but at a certain point, it's not hating on nobody. It's not being jealous. It's not trying to go viral off somebody's name. It's called accountability, man. You know, they won't call it clout chasing when they're looking for an excuse to basically be like, hey, don't hold people accountable. One thing I would never do, 2 things I would never do. Y'all in the hallway recording, record this. No, record this. Yeah. Look, for those of y'all who watching online, the hallway is packed. You heard me? They like, oh, they talking here. 2 things I would never do. Number 1, I will never publicly call out someone for vices or shortcomings that they're dealing with personally. So you dealing with this as a man behind the scenes and you struggling with this, but I'm going to go put that on Front Street publicly. No, public actions and public messages deserve public responses. Exactly. So I never do that because that's bullying and taking advantage of somebody. That's number 1. Number 2, I will never talk about the teenagers and the little young dudes that's still in their 20s, they're still trying to figure life out. They dealing with trauma. They getting popular and famous off of glorifying a bunch of messages that's getting them paid, but it might not be the healthiest for the community. Their brain is still developing until they're the age of 27. I will never call them out in such a way that's like, man, y'all got to do better, We here to teach them. But they looking up to the OGs in their 30s, in their 40s, and in their 50s. So if you in that type of bracket and you still out here practicing willful ignorance, you know better, but you choosing not to do better.
Accountability.
Thank you, Turk. I love you, brother.
Yeah, not what you breaking it down like that is communicated the right way. So we was off camera and I was telling you it ain't what you saying, it's how you saying it. How you just broke it down like that, I think that's the conversations we have to have in order to have an understanding, bro. And every altercation or confrontation comes from a misunderstanding. And that's what we have, especially as black folks. Like, we don't know how to come and move our ego to the side. You know what I'm saying?
You
like
right.
even with me and my brothers, man, like it's publicly the world see what's going on. It ain't no secret. You know what I'm saying? We got a lot to deal with. You know, and some things we gonna deal with where y'all gonna see, some things y'all not gonna see, and y'all just gonna see the you know, the results of it. You feel me? But man, that was perfectly said, bro. Like we all have to be held accountable. You feel me? Everybody, bro. You know what I'm saying? I don't think nobody want to become successful then fall back and be in that cold motherfucking cell, man. You know what I'm saying? Because that's a 8 year, 8 months, 16 days. They say I said because I really, really went through it. And I know what it feel like. And that ain't no place for no human being. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
But yeah, we have to hold ourselves accountable, man.
Lastly, fellas, and see, and this is what I'm saying. Like he told him that there's nowhere in the world
actions and public messages deserve public responses. So I never do that because that's bullying and taking advantage of somebody. That's number one. Number two, I will never talk about the teenagers and the little young dudes that's still in their 20s, they're still trying to figure life out. They dealing with trauma. They getting popular and famous off of glorifying a bunch of messages that's getting them paid, but it might not be the healthiest for the community. Their brain is still developing until they're the age of 27. I will never call them out in such a way that's like, man, y'all got to do better, We here to teach them, but they looking up to the OGs and they
now listen to what he about to say. Listen to what he about to say.
30s, in their 40s, and in their 50s. So if you in that type of bracket and you still out here practicing willful ignorance, you know better.
Willful ignorance and you know better.
But you choosing
There
not to
should be
do
some
better.
accountability.
Thank you.
You see what Turk just said? See, because you can't deny the truth. You practicing willful ignorance. There should be some accountability. But they mad at him because he's talking to grown men with life experiences.
Turk, I love you, brother.
I not what you breaking it down like that is communicated the right way. So,
but see, it was always communicated that way, but the spirit didn't hear it. So let me go over here real fast. Let me show y'all something. Let me show y'all something. Real quick before we get out of here, right? For those for me, Hebrews 10:26, Hebrews 10:26 to 27. For if we sin willfully, after we have received the knowledge of truth, there no longer remains a sacrifice for sins, but a certain fearful expectation of judgment and a fiery indignation which will devour the adversaries. Now I want y'all. Now, this is, matter of fact, let me show my face for this. This is important. This is important. This scripture is important. I'm going to read it again, but I'm going to show y'all something that y'all miss because they play with y'all. And y'all, oh man, y'all don't get it. For if we sin willfully after we have received the knowledge of truth, there no longer remains a sacrifice for sins, but a certain fearful expectation of judgment. This is why when you see these rappers come out and they have all the blood on their albums, they have the fire, they have the checkerboard floor, they have all this kind of stuff. They're telling you what they signed the contract and what they submitted to. And then when you see them trying to run away, they run to the church, they run back to God. You see DMX, he talked about this stuff and he talked about God send me a sign. He talked about all these things until he died, right? They talk about this stuff in the industry. So when we talk about willful ignorance, the scripture is there to tell you. These people are willing participants. The young people still don't understand everything. They still have grace, but you keep disrespecting the mercies of God, man. Now, I'm not telling you that you got to be a Christian, but I use the Bible as my reference. Some people use the Quran, but the Quran will tell you the same thing about the wrongdoers. It'll tell you the same thing. For if we sin willfully after we have received the knowledge of truth, and all he's doing is holding them accountable. Okay, you might not do the Bible. Let's just say you do African spirituality. They got the same thing that they're going to speak out against it. So you can't stand with that because these are grown men that has life experiences. And we go over to we go over to Romans. There you go. Hold on. We go over to Romans 12 too, right? And be not conformed to this world, but be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind, that ye may prove what is good and acceptable and perfect, and the perfect will of God. So you say you want change in the community. You tired of black mothers crying and black boys dying. You want reparations. You tired of the black community being destroyed. But you keep wanting to be conformed to this world. You don't want to transform your mind to get a change. You don't want to change. Oh, he got to watch what he say. Man, it's the way that you said it. What? Y'all play too much. The problem in the black community is y'all play too much. Y'all play too much. Because you don't want the change that you say that you want. You lukewarm. You tiptoe through the tube. You play too much. So all he doing is holding the mirror. Hold on a second before we get out of here. All he doing is holding the mirror, man. Be the change you say you want to be. So people say, oh, man, you got the Bible, man. You know the white man. All right, well, then practice African spirituality. It's going to tell you the same thing. The Quran going to tell you the same thing. They know what they signed themselves up for. They love money. They know what D1 is talking about. I come from that. I got all the war scars. I don't promote that. And let me ask you in closing. If Rick Ross and Jim Jones and those rappers didn't promote that kind of music, would they be viral? No. They're viral because they're promoting music that's destructive, that's destroying our people. So we call it out. And we hold them accountable the same way we hold the community accountable. Your neighbor, me, hold me accountable. Hold the neighbor accountable. Hold us all accountable. We all should be held accountable. So I'm going to cut it short here. Remember, I love my people more than they hate themselves. And I pray to the universal creator most high that these words are enough to inspire you. These words are enough to make you look at yourself in the mirror and make change. These words are enough to make you look at your children and know you have to make change. I hope that when you came here for information. And when you leave here greater than what you was before you came. You leave here edified. I hope that you share this information on all the social media mechanisms that we use to get the message across. I hope that you talk to your brother, man. You know, I need to start praying with my family more. You pray with your family. And as a man, you look at yourself in the mirror and you ask whoever it is that you pray to, you ask them, let my ways be your ways. Let my thoughts be your thoughts. Let my words be your words. And let my words be transformative. That when I go out and I talk to another man or a sister, that I'm glorifying and manifesting you. That my words will be transformative in their spirit. Because I don't want to speak to their minds. I want to speak to their hearts. I want to speak to their spirit where it's well received. Where when I leave that person, I leave them better than what they was before I came, before I encountered them. I want to leave the presence of the Most High in that person. So that way that they'll go on the direction of change. Because we can't be conformed. We got to renew our mind. We have to turn from our wicked ways. Christ was casting out demons when he went from town to town because we're filled with demonic possession. Every day we download. It's downloaded into our minds. Hold on a second. Hold on. Oh, good.
No.
How you doing? You have fun? All right. You like you ain't want to come home. You like you ain't want to come home.
No, I was rhyming in my head.
Oh, go see your mother. Your mother miss you. Wait, come here real quick. Come here real quick.
Well, let me pay everything that.
Come sit it down real quick. I'm about to get off. Come here real fast. Real fast, real quick, real quick. Come down here. Turn that off. Just pause it real quick. Come. They can't see you. And see, it's my son, right? My youngest child. He just came into the door, and
my fault, yeah.
You ain't had to do all. I just wanted you just to come there so they could see your face.
What's that?
He just came into the door. So when I'm giving these messages, he's the first recipient of the message. So what I'm telling you every day, and I have pushed back with him because every day I'm trying to download, I'm trying to reprogram what the society is trying to download into the mind of my son. So I'm practicing Romans 12 every day, right? So when I say let my words be your words, let my thoughts be your thoughts, let my ways be your ways, I have to say prayed up every day because I gotta infuse this into him. And then I come out and talk to people. So are we practicing this in our households? Are we giving this to our sons? Are we giving this to our peoples? Are you working every day to let your words be transformative? Or is your words destructive to the people? You got a choice on what you're giving to your people and your family. What are you giving? What words are you using to transform? Because they can transform into evil or they can transform into positive, exhibiting pro-social behavior in the societies that they live in. Well, what are you giving to your people? How are you transforming? That's my message. That's my message. So I say to sisters and brothers, I don't care who you pray to. When you speak, are your words transformative? Are your words moving in a positive manner and redirecting the mindset of our people? Remember, I love y'all. Till the next time. Peace.